Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Victoria, and today I want to talk to you about my journey from high school through community college and now going to UCSD. I'm super excited for it. It's been a long time coming, and I'm very, very grateful that that's the institution that I will be attending this fall. So in high school, I was there from 2017 to 2021, and the last 2 years, my junior year and senior year, I was online because of COVID. And my first year of college, my first semester of college was also online, which impacted a lot of things. I didn't apply to any UCs or other universities because I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I kind of had an idea. I was leaning towards, engineering, mechanical engineering or electrical, because I really loved math. That was my thing, and I didn't want to be a mathematician. So I was like, applied math is the second best thing to do, I guess. And I was kind of iffy. I wasn't really sold on it, but I didn't really know what else was out there. And I continued just with that thought process. So I didn't sign up for any universities. I didn't apply. And I knew I wanted to continue my education. So I applied to my local community college, and, they accepted me. And I was still on the path for engineering. I took AP Calc in high school, and I was like, this isn't really my thing. I know I'm not going to do well on the AP exam, so I didn't take it. I also took the advice of a community college counselor who told me not to take it. That's a story for another time, and I will make another video on navigating that pathway. But so under her guidance, I did not. I decided to take it over the summer because I was like, I just finished it. It's fresh in my mind. Let me take calculus over the summer. It was completely asynchronous. And I remember seeing that first algebra problem, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to do this. How did I just take AP Calc and now I don't know how to do basic algebra? That really threw me for a loop, and that was the first seed of doubt if engineering was really the path I wanted to pursue. I decided that I needed to take an online course where the professor is actually speaking to me and lecturing me about the topic rather than doing it asynchronously. Little did I know the class I signed up for was again asynchronous, but I also signed up that year for Intro to Engineering, and that really helped me a lot. The calculus course, asynchronous, again, I completely freaked out. I wasn't doing the homework, and I decided to drop the course before the withdrawal deadline. That, again, I was like, man, I thought I was good at this. It really destroyed my confidence, but I kept on persisting and I kept on going. In my Intro to Engineering course, one of our assignments was to interview an engineer. I decided to interview the head civil engineer of the city I'm from, and thankfully I did that, and that taught me the valuable skills of interviewing people you want to or interviewing people that are in the career you're in. And so I realized that I had a different conception of how engineers and what their jobs were. And I realized that wasn't the path I wanted to go down. So that semester I was like, this is it for me. I'm no longer going to pursue engineering. I'm undecided. I'm still working with my counselors trying to figure it out. But at that point, I kind of knew I wanted to pursue psychology. After that first year, I did transition into psychology. I was taking all my GEs. I was also taking one STEM course per semester. I took biology. I took chemistry. And I took stats, small classes here and there. And that's when I realized that I really like STEM. I like being challenged. I feel like I'm growing and I'm learning a lot. So my last semester at the JC, before I was supposed to transfer, I realized that I wasn't 100% sold on going down the therapy route. In that last semester, I took 0 STEM courses. I was really, really bored. And I realized I love STEM and I want to continue pursuing a career that would have me take STEM related classes. I decided to interview a therapist. I realized that the market is really saturated with therapists, and I wasn't 100% sure I would succeed in said career. I also interviewed a psychologist or several psychologists. I also realized market, it was a little bit more less saturated than therapy, but still very saturated. And I wasn't, again, 100% sold on that idea, just because I was like, I could go down the psychiatry route, and it's basically the same amount of time for me, and I could get paid more because I'm prescribing medication rather than a psychologist who's probably a little bit more involved in like a step-by-step plan, but you're essentially doing the same thing minus the prescription. So I was like, I want to go down the MD or DO route. So instead of transferring that semester, I took the following 3 years to get all my prereqs done for med school, or as many as I could at the JC. I still need to take biochem, which is something that's going to only be offered at the upper division level at the moment. And so that's something I'm going to be taking this year at UC San Diego. And that was just kind of my path through community college. I really, really enjoyed my time there. I really enjoyed my small class sizes. I really got to know the students and formed study groups with them. And a lot of us were also in STEM related fields. A lot of them were either engineers or also wanting to go to med school or go into research. And so we all took a lot of the same classes together. So we got really close. I also got to get close with my professors. A lot of the professors at community college are there because they want to teach you. I feel like there's a little disconnect when you go to a 4-year university. I can't speak on it yet. I will know once I get there. But a lot of them are getting paid to do research, and maybe that's what they would prefer doing rather than teach students. But as part of their contract, they do have to teach students. So you just don't get that same interpersonal connection. Whereas at the JC, the teachers are there because they want to teach. Like, all of my professors have doctorate degrees, and they're all there because they genuinely want you to understand and like the material and not have the same experiences that they may have experienced getting their degrees. So I'm very grateful for that. There's also a lot of programs that I got to be a part of, like MESA and EOPS, which again, a lot of my peers were also a part of, and that helped me grow. I got to go to conferences and meet people and, apply for research opportunities, which I got to do in 2024. I got to attend Stanford's Summer Community College Pre-Medical Program, which helped me a lot and further ignited and like reaffirmed my decision pursuing a doctorate degree, a pre-med degree. So now I am transferred to UC San Diego. I am doing all the steps that I can to make sure I'm on time and I'm getting my things done for that. I would like to continue to make a video about that, and I hope you enjoyed my little journey getting from my community college to a 4-year university. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I love guiding people and giving resources where I can if I have the knowledge for it. And I am looking forward to making more content surrounding my transition, tips and tricks for community college, and what I've learned. And even if it's not for community college, it could be used again for a 4-year university and, stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Toodaloo.